Nothing is linear. I think the pod is going to be a really beautiful example of nonlinear growth in micro communities. I believe that our liberation is tied up, especially in the United States, with very hyper local efforts. It's not going to be like this massive wave of all on the same day, everybody in the country revolted. I don't think it's going to look like that, and it doesn't have to. That would be sick, but the reality is we're probably going to be doing this on small scales for a long time with each other, and I think the pod is an answer to making sure that actually happens because we fortified our trust, our reciprocation, our nourishment, our self-fulfilling, community-controlled practices, and emancipatory social interactions. So, pod practice early stages. Again, these are not linear, so I'm going to A, B, C them instead of 1, 2, 3 them. But where I would start, values-based goal setting. Now, I learned about this from my farming school. It's amazing. So, first of all, that starts an inquiry. That starts with curiosity. Values-based goal setting is what it sounds like, setting goals based on your values. So, for example, I grew up being raised like, get a good job, go to school, get a good job, don't mess around. What I actually value is art and adventure and beauty. I did not value academia. I did not value studying. I did it, I got it done, I got the degree, but I lost my mind. I was unhappy and not well because my goals were not aligned with my values. I was following someone else's goals based on someone else's values that I don't even think they really believe in that much. Values-based goal setting looked like learning that I value nourishment, I value adventure, I value fun, I value land stewardship, and learning that my goal is to have a freedom farm, a place where people can come and heal their relationship to land and food through agriculture. This goal makes me light up. This goal gets me excited. This goal is why I'm here talking about the pods and the hobby list, because all of this ties into that nourishment, that fun, that exploration, and that adventure. So when you're curious about, like, this is day one with the pod, you all decide, oh, let's do dinner at my house. The 4 of you are there. You sitting together eating. So what are our values? I highly recommend getting a physical piece of paper with like 100 values words and doing this exercise that I will also link in the notes section. But basically what you do, 100 words list, and these are values words. Select 20. Silently do this on your own. Then from 20, 10. Then from 10, 5. And then from 5, you try to get down to 3 values. These are the core values, and these can change. But right now, what do you value? We need to know where you're at right now. So this one, for all the indecisive girlies, chill out. Take a breath and sit with it. You'll find that some values encompass other ones, so you don't lose anything. It's not a sacrifice. You don't have to cut your arm off, but you just want to be getting specific. That's the goal of this. When you're specific about what you value, you can start setting goals that actually align to your soul and what you're here to do in this world. And that's really exciting and really empowering. Do that individually first. Then you share with each other. While you're moving through dinner, you share what y'all came to. Highly recommend doing this in person because you'll try to email it out and people will kind of look at it and not do it, blah, blah, blah. We busy out here. So do this all together. Share with each other why you chose the 3 values you chose. How was that exercise for you? What did you see about yourself as you were, whittling them down? Why did you go from I value joy to then saying I value pleasure? Like really explore with each other what came up. Talk about it. If y'all want debrief questions for this exercise in particular, I'll make a whole nother video. Let me know in the comments. And once you share, record these. Save this somewhere. You just did a huge intimacy building practice. And this will help y'all not only set goals and reach those goals with each other, but you just got a window into what makes someone tick. This is huge. The intimacy. Capitalism, patriarchy, white supremacy's whole deal is ripping ourselves from our own intimacy with ourselves. Like, we don't have time in the day working a 9 to 5 to really get curious about that for the most part. We're just trying to survive. We especially are not allowed time to share and explore that with each other. So doing this pod work is liberation right now. It's not like way off in the future. You've just undone some capitalism. You've just undone some white supremacy by getting curious about this with people. That doesn't mean you've undone it all the way. Relax. But this is a really beautiful exercise in learning about each other. So make sure you record these somehow. Maybe you have a pod binder, just throw those papers in there, write your name on it. Hold these and bring them up, practice them with each other. Now, like I said before, they might change. We don't want to be doing this every single day. Okay? So when you get down to 3 core values, really think of them as like, what are those 3 core values that I like in where I am right now? This is really important to me. Make sure you're being authentic and honest in the practice. So then as a pod, you want to look at all the values y'all came to together. I'm going to erase this now. So look at all those 3 values. And some people might get down to 1 or 2. I think 3 is a good spot. But you should have about 12 values. Of those 12, as a pod, which one resonate with the group? Like, what does this pod value? Now, what might help you answer this question? I should say, what are the pod's values? Whatever, I just wrote this. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. What are the pod's values? To help answer this question, what needs do y'all have? Sometimes we have to work backwards to get to our values. That's fine. Okay, this question might help you answer this question as a pod. But consider the 12 values you came up with as well to help guide you in this parameter, because ultimately the pod is made up of the 4 of you with the 3 values each. So those things matter. They're at play here. They're going to help you be the North Star in this work.